Have you ever stopped to think about what makes an app feel great versus one you just delete out of pure frustration? Well, a lot of the time, it's this invisible force working in the background. And today, we're pulling back the curtain on that force, performance testing. It's the secret sauce that makes sure your digital world actually works, especially when things get crazy.
Oh yeah, you know exactly what I'm talking about. That loading bar that just stops. Or a button you tap and nothing happens. It's that little moment of digital friction that can completely wreck an experience. And you know what? It almost always comes down to performance.
So picture this. You find the perfect thing online, you're excited, you hit buy now, and then you get it. The dreaded hypnotic spinning wheel of doom. 1 second passes, then another. And just like that, your excitement is gone, replaced by impatience. And poof, you're gone too. In that moment, a company didn't just lose a sale, they lost a customer. That right there is the massive, multi-billion-dollar problem that performance testing is designed to solve.
So that's the big question for any developer or business, right? How do you engineer that frustration right out of the system? How do you make sure that every single person has a smooth experience, whether you have 10 users or 10 million? Well, that's where performance testing comes in. It's the answer.
To put it simply, performance testing is really just a series of controlled experiments to see how an app holds up under pressure. We're asking the tough questions here. What happens when thousands or even hundreds of thousands of people are all using it at the exact same time? Where are the weak spots? And at what point does it just break?
And when we do these tests, we're really measuring 3 absolutely crucial things. We call them the 3 pillars. First, there's speed. How fast does it respond? Then there's stability. Can it handle a ton of users without just crashing? And finally, scalability. Can it actually grow and handle even more users over time without falling apart?
Okay, so let's dig into that a little. We're going to look at how apps handle traffic, from the totally predictable daily rush hour all the way to a sudden, overwhelming digital crash. And this really gets to the heart of 2 key concepts, load and stress.
So let's start with a normal day. Think about an online school portal at 9 a.m. on a Monday morning. You can pretty much guarantee that thousands of students are all going to try to log in at once. That's your expected normal traffic peak. Well, load testing is designed to simulate that exact scenario, just to make sure the system can handle its everyday business without a hitch.
Right. So load testing is all about planning for the traffic you know is coming. It's the daily commute. Stress testing, on the other hand, is about preparing for the absolute unexpected. It's about intentionally pushing the system past its limits until it literally breaks. The goal isn't just to see if it breaks, but to find out exactly where and how it breaks so you can fix it.
So what does that look like in the real world? Okay, imagine your favorite artist announces a surprise concert, and in a single second, 100,000 fans flood the ticketing website. That's not a normal peak, that's a digital flash flood. Stress testing simulates that kind of chaos to find all the weak links before they snap in front of 100,000 very disappointed fans.
But you know, just surviving a sudden disaster isn't the whole story. A really great app needs to be able to grow as its audience grows. And that brings us to our third and maybe the most important pillar, scalability. This is all about building something that doesn't just survive success, but actually keeps getting better and faster as more and more people use it.
You see, without thinking about scalability, an app can easily become a victim of its own success. As more people start using it, the whole system starts to slow down. Pages take forever to load, and the amazing user experience that made it popular in the first place just starts to disappear.
But after doing the hard work, testing for scalability, upgrading servers, optimizing the code, the entire picture changes. Now, even with way more users, the app stays lightning fast and super responsive. This is how you build for the future. You make sure user number 1 million gets the same awesome experience as user number 1.
I know we've thrown a few technical ideas around, so let's lock it all in with a super simple analogy. I want you to think of your app like it's a city's highway system.
So load testing? That's just checking the normal morning commute. You expect traffic, but things should keep moving. Stress testing is like a massive, unexpected event that causes a total citywide gridlock, bringing everything to a dead stop. And scalability testing, well, that's the smart city planning. It's proactively adding more lanes to the highway before they're needed, so that as the city grows, traffic just keeps flowing smoothly for everyone.
Okay, so let's bring this all back home. Why does any of this actually matter to you, the person using the app? What's the real takeaway here?
It's because everything we've talked about boils down to one simple, powerful truth. A fast app equals happy users, and happy users become loyal customers. I mean, get this. In online shopping, just a 1-second delay in loading a page can drop sales by 7%. Performance isn't just a techie detail, it's a fundamental part of the business.
So the next time you stream a movie without any buffering or book a flight in just a few seconds, just take a moment, appreciate all the invisible engineering that made it feel so easy. And maybe ask yourself, is this app I'm using built like a quiet country road, or was it engineered from day one to be a global superhighway? Because as you now know, that answer makes all the difference in the world.